My name is Eric Dorsey, and my 15th wedding anniversary nearly became my last day on Earth. Not because of a romantic gesture gone wrong, but because my wife, Vanessa, decided that till death do us part needed a nudge in the right direction. You know what they say about anniversaries? They're like root canals, you dread them. They cost too much, and afterward, you're left wondering why you didn't just pull the whole thing out years ago. I should have seen it coming. Maybe I did and chose to ignore it, like I ignored Vanessa's obsessive workouts, the new underwear she never wore around me, and the phone calls she took in the bathroom at 2 a.m. after 15 years of marriage, pushing 40 with a receding hairline and a bank account that was more suggestion than substance. I gave my attractive wife the benefit of the doubt. Big mistake. It started on a Tuesday morning in suburban Minneapolis. I was at our kitchen table, pretending to hunt for security, consulting jobs on my laptop while actually reading about how the Vikings were set to disappoint us again. Vanessa breezed in, wearing yoga pants and a sports bra that cost more than my car payment. Her blonde hair was pulled back in a messy bun that somehow looked perfect. "Eric, honey," she said, and I should have known something was wrong. She only called me honey when she wanted something or had done something terrible. I've been thinking about our anniversary. I didn't look up from my screen. The Vikings had just traded their best linebacker, a perfect metaphor for my life. "What about it?" I asked. She sat across from me, and I caught a whiff of her expensive new perfume, the kind that screamed, "I'm having an affair" in 17 languages. "I want to do something special this year." "Really special," she said. "Define special," I replied, meeting her eyes. Those blue eyes, the ones that made me propose 16 years ago, now reminded me of antifreeze, pretty but deadly. She suggested spending the weekend at the cabin my uncle left me in Brainerd, a place we'd never used. It was a 2-bedroom log cabin on a private lake, surrounded by wilderness deep enough to hide a body or 3. My Uncle Jack, a paranoid old coot, had built it as a doomsday retreat, isolated. No cell service, with bears as the nearest neighbors. "Just the 3 of us," Vanessa said. "Chloe would love it and we could reconnect." Her cold hand touched mine. "When's the last time we really talked, Eric? Really spent time together?" I thought, when's the last time you didn't flinch when I touched you? When's the last time you looked at me like I wasn't an obstacle to what you really want? But I didn't say it. "I don't know, Van," I said instead. "The place has been empty for 2 years. It probably needs work. That's okay. We can rough it." "It'll be fun," she replied, her smile bright enough to power the cabin for a week. "Come on, Eric, for me?" And there it was, the trap baited and set. "All right," I said, because what else could I say? "This weekend?" She'd already told our 9-year-old daughter, Chloe, who was thrilled at the idea of a family trip. Chloe still believed in happy families and fairy tale endings. Smart kid. Terrible judge of character. Then came the bombshell. "No need to check the place," Vanessa said. "I already sent Tyler up there yesterday to get everything ready." My coffee cup slipped and shattered on the floor. Tyler, Coach Tyler Brandt, owner of Elite Fitness, where Vanessa had been spending 12 hours a day for 6 months. Tyler, with his perfect teeth, college football stories, and hands that always found excuses to adjust her form during workouts. "Tyler," I said, keeping my voice level. "Why Tyler?" "He offered," she said, not meeting my eyes as she swept up the broken cup. "He knows about generators, plumbing, outdoor things. He was happy to help. I'll bet he was." "That was thoughtful of him," I said, the edge in my voice clear. She heard it too. "Eric, don't start," she said. "Start what?" "Your jealousy thing. Tyler's just a friend, right? And I was just a security consultant. All of us playing our roles in this suburban drama. I spent the morning making calls about the cabin, supposedly to arrange utilities, but really to think. Something was wrong. Vanessa had shown zero interest in the cabin for 2 years, complaining it was a waste of money we didn't have. Now she wanted to spend our anniversary there, with Chloe as a chaperone and Tyler involved. Jesus, Tyler, the man circling my wife like a shark, volunteering to prepare a remote cabin for our romantic weekend. I'm not paranoid by nature, but 15 years as a cop taught me to trust my instincts, and they were screaming that this was a setup. At noon, I called my best friend, Leon Martinez, my former partner from my days on the force. He'd retired with his sense of humor intact. "Eric, my man," his gravelly voice answered. "Please tell me you're buying lunch." "Not quite," I said. "I need you to be straight with me." The tone in my voice made him drop the jokes. I told him about the trip, Tyler's involvement, and my gut feeling. "So let me get this straight," Leon said. "Your wife, who you suspect is cheating with this gym rat, wants to take you to an isolated cabin he prepared, and you're wondering if this is a bad idea." I admitted it sounded bad. "Eric, you dumb bastard, of course it's a bad idea. What are you going to do about it?" I didn't know. Confronting Vanessa was pointless. I had suspicions, a broken cup, and a wife who preferred the gym to home. Leon's warning, "Don't go to the cabin alone," stayed with me. By the time Chloe got home from school, I decided to cancel the trip with some excuse: work, cabin issues, food poisoning. But then Chloe bounced in, gap-toothed and excited. "Daddy, Mom says we're going camping." "Is it true? How do you tell a 9-year-old her mother might be planning to kill you?" "Yes, sweetheart," I said. "It's going to be the best weekend ever." She hugged me tight. Just the three of us. Like a real family. Christ. That night, lying beside Vanessa, I tried to convince myself I was paranoid. Maybe she wanted to reconnect. Maybe Tyler was just helpful. Maybe pigs could fly. At midnight, her phone buzzed. She checked it, the screen lighting her face as she typed a quick reply. I waited until she was asleep, then grabbed her phone. It was locked, but her password was Chloe's birthday. The text was from Tyler. "Everything's ready. You sure about this?" Vanessa's reply, "It's the only way. He'll never suspect anything." My heart hammered. He'll never suspect anything. Well, Tyler, you're half right. Friday came too soon. I'd spent 3 days in hypervigilance, watching Vanessa for guilt or nervousness, checking her phone for more evidence. She was an actress, all smiles and excitement about our family, getaway, chattering about hiking and campfires, like she wasn't plotting my demise. Her phone revealed more contact with Tyler, confirming their plan was set for the cabin. The smart move was to cancel, call Leon or take Chloe and disappear. Instead, I loaded our bags into the car, pretending to be a man excited for a romantic weekend. "You seem nervous," Vanessa said as I packed the cooler. She wore jeans and a flannel shirt, playing the outdoorsy wife perfectly. "Just thinking about work," I lied. "That's why we need this weekend," she said, kissing my cheek. I resisted wiping it off. "This is going to be perfect. Eric, I promise." Chloe ran out with her stuffed elephant and books. "Are we ready?" she asked. "We're ready, baby girl," I said, ruffling her hair. She had my eyes and Vanessa's smile, and looking at her made my chest tight. Whatever happened, I had to keep her safe. The drive to Brainerd took 2.5 hours. Vanessa packed sandwiches and kept up chatter about hiking, fishing and marshmallows, painting a picture of family togetherness that would have been heartwarming if it wasn't bullshit. Chloe was excited for the first hour, asking about the cabin and bears, but eventually settled into her books and music. An hour out of the city, I caught her watching me in the rearview mirror with an intensity that meant she was thinking hard. She signed to me. Chloe had learned basic sign language at school and taught me some for secret talks at boring dinners. Her fingers spelled SOMETHINGWRONG. I glanced at Vanessa, staring out the window, then nodded slightly to Chloe. She signed again. MOMSCAREDME. My hands tightened on the wheel. I wanted to pull over and ask what she meant, but Vanessa would hear. I signed back TELLMELATER. Chloe nodded and returned to her book, but I saw her watching Vanessa's reflection. We stopped for gas 30 miles from the cabin at a gas station convenience store, the last outpost before the deep woods. While Vanessa went inside for snacks, I helped Chloe out of the car. "Okay, sweetheart," I whispered, kneeling to her level. "What did you mean? Why are you scared of Mom?" She glanced around, then pulled a folded paper from her pocket. "I found this in Mom's purse yesterday. When she asked me to get her gum, it was a printout about household poisons, specifically rat poison, and how much it took to kill a grown man, with highlighted passages and notes in the margins. My blood turned to ice. "Chloe," I said calmly, "where did you find this?" "In the zippered part of Mum's purse." There were other papers, but I could only take one without her noticing. Her worried eyes met mine. "Daddy, why does Mom have papers about poison?" Before I could answer, Vanessa returned with chips and a painted-on smile. "What are you two whispering about?" she asked brightly. "Just talking about fish we might catch," I said, slipping the paper into my pocket. Chloe nodded, but I saw fear in her eyes. My 9-year-old had just handed me proof her mother was planning to poison me. "Well, we better get going if we want to make it before dark," Vanessa said. "The last part of the drive can be tricky. I'll bet." I thought, especially if you're planning to dump a body. I drove on, my mind racing. The article confirmed my suspicions, but raised questions. When was she planning it? Tonight? Tomorrow? What about Chloe? Was she to be a witness to my accidental death? I needed to get us out, but we were in the middle of nowhere with no cell service. Confronting Vanessa might make her panic. Then Chloe solved it. "Daddy," she said loudly, "I think I'm going to be sick." In the rear view, she clutched her stomach, making a face like she was about to puke. "Can you hold it until the cabin?" Vanessa asked, annoyed. "I don't think so," Chloe moaned. "I need a hospital." Bless her, she was giving me an out. "There's a clinic in Pine River," I said, looking for a turnaround. "It's only 20 minutes back." "Eric, she's just car sick," Vanessa said. "She'll be fine at the cabin." "I'm not taking chances with our daughter's health," I said firmly. Vanessa's mask slipped, revealing something cold, then she smiled. "Of course, you're right. Chloe's health comes first." I turned around and headed back. In the rear view, Chloe watched Vanessa with the wariness of someone eyeing a wild animal. The Pine River Clinic was small but clean, and a motherly nurse ushered us into an exam room. While waiting for the doctor, I got Vanessa alone in the hallway. "This is ridiculous," she said. "She's fine. She's just trying to get out of the cabin." "Maybe. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Eric, we've planned this for days. Tyler went to all that trouble." "Tyler will understand." She stared at me, wheels turning in her head. "You don't trust me," she said. "Should I?" The question hung like a loaded gun. She opened her mouth, then closed it. "I'm going to call Tyler and let him know we won't be coming," she said coldly. "Good idea." She walked off, and I returned to Chloe, who was swinging her legs on the exam table. "How are you feeling, sweetheart?" "Better," she whispered. "Are we really going home?" "Yeah, baby girl, we're going home." The relief on her face broke my heart. The doctor confirmed Chloe was fine, just carsick from winding roads. The drive home was tense and silent. Chloe slept in the back, and Vanessa stared out the window, hostility radiating like heat. When we pulled into our driveway, Vanessa was out before I turned off the engine. "I'm going for a run," she announced. "I need to clear my head." Wait." But she was jogging down the street, phone to her ear, no doubt calling Tyler to say their plan had failed. I carried Chloe to bed, then sat in the living room, holding the poison article and wondering what to do. I had suspicions, but no proof that would hold up in court. Vanessa knew I knew, which meant they'd need a new plan. When she returned an hour later, flushed and sweaty, her expression was resolved. "We need to talk," she said. "Yeah, we do." We sat across from each other, 15 years of marriage reduced to this moment. "I know what you think about Tyler and me," she said. "Do you? You think we're having an affair, are you?" She was quiet, then said, "Yes." The word hit like a blow, even though I'd expected it. "How long?" 6 months, maybe 7. "And the cabin trip?" "Tyler thought it would be a good place to tell you about us, about the divorce." "That's all?" I pulled out the poison article and set it on the table. Her face drained of color. "Where did you get that?" "Does it matter?" She reached for it, but I was faster. "Eric, you don't understand." "Explain it to me." "I can't." She stood abruptly. "I'm going to my sister's tonight. We can talk more later." She packed a bag and was gone in 20 minutes. I didn't sleep that night. Jumping at every sound, checking locks twice, a baseball bat across my knees. Vanessa didn't come home. Saturday morning, I made pancakes for Chloe, trying to act normal. She was quiet, picking at her food. "Where's Mom?" she asked. At Aunt Linda's for a few days. Because of yesterday? Because I got sick? No, sweetheart, because Mom and Dad need to figure things out. She nodded. Then asked, "Are you and Mom getting divorced?" The question hit like a punch. I don't know, baby girl, maybe. Is it because of Coach Tyler? I nearly choked. What do you know about Coach Tyler? I see things, she said matter-of-factly. Mom talks to him all the time. She smiles different when she talks to him. Smart kid, too smart. Yeah, I said. It's because of Coach Tyler. I called Leon to come over. When I told him about the poison article and the failed trip, he was silent. Jesus, Eric, you think she was planning to kill you? Maybe. Or maybe she was just researching. You need to call the police. What? My wife has an article about rat poison. That's not a crime. Leon rubbed his beard. So what's your plan? I don't have one. That afternoon, with Chloe at a friend's, I drove to Elite Fitness, closed on Sundays. Tyler lived above the gym, and I'd seen Vanessa's car there earlier. I parked across the street, feeling like a stalker, but needing to know what I was dealing with. Vanessa came out looking nervous, then drove away. 10 minutes later, Tyler emerged, 6'2", built like the linebacker he'd been. He drove to a hardware store, came out with a bag, then returned to the gym. I couldn't see what he bought, but it felt suspicious. That night, Vanessa called. Eric, we need to talk. Not on the phone. Can you meet me at the park on Elm Street? Every instinct screamed it was a bad idea, but a public park was safer than the cabin. I left Chloe with Mrs. Peterson, our neighbor, and met Vanessa on a bench by the swings. Thank you for coming, she said, looking tired and older. I want to explain the article. I'm listening. It wasn't for you. It was for Tyler's wife, Michelle. I stared. You were planning to poison Michelle? She put her head in her hands. She found out about us. She was threatening to ruin Tyler's business, take everything. Tyler said it was the only way. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. You were going to help him kill his wife? Not kill. Just make her sick, scare her. Vanessa, do you hear yourself? I know how it sounds, but Michelle's vindictive. She'd have destroyed Tyler to hurt me. So you decided to poison her. We weren't really going to do it. We were exploring options. I sat beside her, processing. And the cabin trip. Tyler wanted to talk strategy, figure out how to handle Michelle without anyone getting hurt. Chloe would have been hiking or fishing. I looked at her and realized I didn't know her. The woman I married was calmly explaining a plan to poison someone. Jesus Christ, Vanessa, what happened to you? I fell in love, she said. Real love, Eric. The kind that makes you do crazy things. Crazy like murder? We weren't going to kill her. Rat poison doesn't just make people sick. It kills. She was quiet, then said, Maybe that would have been for the best. I stood so fast I nearly fell. I'm done. We're done. I want you out of the house, away from Chloe, away from me. I'm filing for divorce on Monday, she called after me. You can't keep Chloe from me. She's my daughter too. Watch me. Driving home, I decided to call a lawyer, document everything and warn Michelle. First, I had to keep Chloe safe. Packing Vanessa's things, I found her backup phone hidden under sweaters, unlocked. Texts between her and Tyler chilled me. Tyler, Plan B is riskier, but it might be our only option now. Vanessa, what did you have in mind? Tyler, house fire. Electrical problem happens all the time in old houses. Vanessa, what about Chloe? Tyler, she'll be at school. Just Eric. Vanessa, when? Tyler, tomorrow. I already bought the supplies. They were planning to burn my house with me in it. I called 911. My name is Eric Dorsey. I need to report a planned arson. Someone is planning to burn my house tomorrow. While waiting for police, I called Leon. They're going to burn my house, I told him. Get out now, he urged. Take Chloe. He was right. I woke Chloe. Sweetheart, we're going to Uncle Leon's for a sleepover. As we left, I saw Tyler's black pickup pull into my driveway, a gas can in his hand. I sped off, tires squealing with Tyler chasing us. I drove through well-lit streets watching his headlights. Police cars finally appeared, heading toward my house. I flagged them down. I'm Eric Dorsey. I called about the arson. They arrested Tyler at my house with gasoline and an incendiary device. At the station, with Chloe safe with Leon, I told Detective Kim everything. The affair, The poison article, the texts. Tyler with the gas can. "We're looking for your wife," she said. I gave them Vanessa's sister's address. In the interview room, Kim asked, "Did you suspect your wife was capable of this?" "No," I said. "I knew she was having an affair, but not this." "People do crazy things when desperate," she said. "You and your daughter are safe. And we have enough to charge them." Leon drove us to his apartment. I couldn't go home yet. He handed me a beer. "They'll both go to prison," he said. "Attempted arson, conspiracy to commit murder, serious time." I felt empty, no satisfaction. Leon added, "Tyler's got a history. Domestic violence, financial trouble at his gym. This was about money. Your life insurance, a fresh start for them." The pieces clicked. Vanessa saw me as a payout. The night after her funeral, I sat in my backyard with a beer, thinking about the cabin trip. If Chloe hadn't faked car sickness, would I be dead? Would she be an orphan raised by her mother's killer? My observant daughter had saved us. "Dad, you okay?" Chloe, now a teenager with my eyes, asked from the doorway. "Just thinking about us, how lucky we are. Do you miss her? The way she was before Tyler. Sometimes the idea of her, the family I thought we were," I said. "But not the real her." We sat under the stars, Rebecca calling us for dinner. Chloe ran inside, laughing with her. This was what a real family sounded like. Love unpoisoned by greed. I'd survived Vanessa's murder plot and built something better from the ashes. Not a bad ending for a story that started with an anniversary trip to rock bottom.